It was awful. I didn't like it at all. I didn't feel like I was learning anything. Hey you again. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Lali, and today I'll be talking about what resources didn't work when I was studying for the NCLEX, okay? Or what resources or study materials you should not really get because they don't really work. This is based on my experience, so I'm not telling you, maybe you did use it and it worked for you, but these things that I'm going to mention did not work for me, okay? Stay tuned. All right, so the first thing that did not work for me was this thing. So I bought this book, right? It's called Nclex-Rn Practice Test Questions. And I bought it, right? And I started studying off of it. It has a whole bunch of questions. So the way this book is written is just questions. It has a diagnostic test. That's just to like see where you stand basically. And then it has, I think it's 2 tests in here. There are a lot of questions, a lot of NCLEX questions, which maybe this book worked for you, but it just didn't work for me because it didn't help me to stay focused. It didn't help me in actually wanting to just grab the book and read some more. The other book that I had mentioned before, the Kaplan test prep, that one was great because it helped me and it made me wanted to like read it and keep reading and like really learning more. With this one, it didn't really do that for me. It didn't make me want to like keep reading the questions. So I just felt like some of the questions were so vague and like the answers were so obvious. And I wasn't sure if the NCLEX was going to be that vague and that obvious. Like, I think one of the questions, if I can remember correctly, I couldn't find it, was about which patient you should not give a vaccine. And then there was a patient that had just like, I think a cough, a patient that had 100 and something fever. And then the other one was just a patient that was well. And then the other one, I forgot like it, but obviously the one with the fever, you wouldn't give a vaccine to, right? So it was like so obvious, and that was the only one that had like something going on with. So like, I don't know, it wasn't for me. So if you were thinking of buying this book, I mean, it's up to you. Like I said, everybody learns different, and maybe you are into just answering a whole bunch of questions and just like, this might work for you. I'm not saying it's not going to work. It was like a nice book, and I like that it had so many questions. It has a lot of questions. So I like that about it, but it just didn't work for me. I don't think it worked for my dog neither, because my dog just ripped this page and ate half of it. Another thing that was a waste of time and money. Well, with this one, I didn't really have to buy it. It was, who knows? It was included in my nursing program. So in the nursing program that I went to, I did my nursing with Excelsior College online, and they included the ATI NCLEX Prep Plus, I think it's called, or the ATI NCLEX Prep. And that was included. That's what they use to study for the NCLEX, basically. That's what they offer. And I used that and I hated it. It was the worst of the worst. I hated it so much. For my NCLEX PN, we used the HERS program, and it was amazing. HERS it was really great. It helped me so much. I passed my NCLEX PN in my first try with the lowest amount of questions. It was amazing. And the studying, I love the way that they made it. We also, for the NCLEX PN, I went to like the seminars that they offered, and then after that, everything was online. They had like video, so it was so interactive that I loved it, and I was able to learn so much. And that's what my school offered, even though I had to pay for it, but that was what they wanted us to use. With the Nclex-Rn, they offered us the ATI Nclex-Rn prep, and it was awful. I didn't like it at all. I didn't feel like I was learning anything. They give you a coach, and the coach will tell you basically what you need to do. But it's just like, I feel like I was just in school and doing homework. That's how I felt. I didn't feel like I was learning. You know, when you're like rushing to get things done and you just want to like get it done because you know that there's a deadline, or you know that you want to like finish it on time so the coach could see it. Like, it was like a teacher basically. So, and then after the coach will see it, then she'll let you know if you can go on or not. So it was just like, I didn't like it. It was just, it just made me more stressed out than help me learn and like study. So I do not recommend it at all. That one, this book, I could tell you, you could buy it if you want to. Like it wasn't the best like book that I bought, but I would say, all right. But definitely with the ATI NCLEX prep, I would tell you, do not buy it. Like, it was just so awful to me. It's up to you. You have, you know, everybody has different way of thinking and they have their own beliefs. But to me, it was the worst. I hated it so much that I wouldn't even recommend it. So if you are interested, if you were looking into buying ATI prep, NCLEX-Rn prep or whatever it's called, I mean, it's your choice. But my recommendation to you is don't do it. Don't do it. It's up to you. All right, another thing that I would tell you that would not work to study. All right, so these are things, all of these things are things that are not good to use to study. It's to study less than an hour. So it's not an actual thing that I could show you, but if you study less than an hour, you're not really, I don't know, I just feel like you need more time. With this test, you need more time to study. You can't just say, oh, I'm just gonna study for an hour and that's it and get it over with. Or study real quick and then like go on with your life. I would say don't do it. So if studying less than an hour, it's like your thing, or studying for an hour, I would say study for 3 hours at least a day, but that's when you're actually like studying, you know, like about to take this test. Maybe you're down to the last month before the test. I would say 3 hours. Like, come on, like 2 minutes is the minimum. But if you're studying an hour or less, that I don't feel like that's enough time for you to study. So don't do that. I would definitely say study 3 hours or 2 hours or more. And another thing that wouldn't be a good resource to use to study for the NCLEX will be to study up your nursing school books. Nursing school books are great. You learn a lot from them. You've been using it throughout your whole nursing school experience, right? And they're great. You know, you're learning so much from them, but they're not the best thing to use to study for the NCLEX, okay? For the NCLEX, try to use NCLEX resources. I have a video that I made if you haven't seen it yet. It goes over the resources that I use to pass my NCLEX in 60 questions. So I'm going to tag that along here, or I'll just post it in the description so you can check it out if you haven't done so yet. And those were the things that really worked for me. These things that I'm mentioning did not work for me, and I wouldn't recommend them for you to use at all. So don't really use your nursing school books to study for the NCLEX because it's not a good idea. All right, guys, so I think I'm done for today. My next video, I want to share with you a top secret thing that I've noticed. This thing is mind-blowing. So if you are interested in knowing what it would be, you have to stay tuned and watch my next video. And subscribe to my channel, be part of my channel and my friends, guys, because I know you are my friend. So I'm going to be talking about something that I noticed, and this is just me, just speculations, I would say. This is what I think, all right? So, but I noticed this thing and I want to share it with you. Top secret, okay? Top secret. So I'll see you next time. Stay tuned. Remember, every Saturday I'll be posting videos that have to do with the NCLEX-Rn or nursing school and things like that. So subscribe to my channel, stay tuned, and if you have any questions, anything at all, you are welcome to just leave a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to help you with any questions that you may have. If I am able to help you, if I do know the answer, I'll try to help you. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next video. Bye.